But let's get into our final segment here on today's show, the best bets section. Every single week, we give you our favorite player prop, spread pick, and over under on that given week. So let's get into it here. I have a line from a receiver, Amir, and we're both high on the Chiefs this week. So it kind of spoils it. But this receiver has covered this line in the last 5 games. And in 5 of the last 7, he's had at least 4 receptions. Amir, I'm going to go with the X-Man, a guy that I've had a lot on the show this year. Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy over 4.5 receptions. We know that maybe they kind of want to give DeAndre Hopkins in the end zone, saying that it's his former team. But as far as getting the receptions, they can use this guy in a multitude of ways, and you just can't match up against speed all the time. I think Xavier Worthy is going to have a huge day here, maybe 5 or 6 receptions for this Kansas City offense. Amir, what is your player prop? It looks like you're staying in Arrowhead.
Yep. So my player prop is Isaiah Pacheco over 41.5 rushing yards. And it's crazy because this line at the beginning of the league was at 36.5. And so obviously, we should honestly expect a semi-big game for Pacheco. And I mean, he's covered this line in 6 out of 7 playoff games in his career. And also, too, his last 3 games, he fell short. And that's only because the past 2 games, he had less than 10 carries. So, obviously, they were kind of preserving him a little bit. And the week before that was a blowout. And so I think in this game, he's going to get anywhere between like 20 to 25 carries. Case is going to kind of cruise through this game, control his clock, and honestly, he should easily cover.
Yeah, again, let's not forget last year in their playoff run, he was their unsung hero on the
He
offensive
was.
side of the ball next to Travis Kelce. Our favorite spread pick on the week, and this is to me a team that I don't think wins this weekend, but I don't think it's going to be this blowout that Vegas is projecting. This is a team that has only lost by 7 or more points once this season. And when was that? Well, that was week 1 in this rookie quarterback's debut, which is again against the team that they just beat last week. It's the Washington Commanders. I think plus 9.5 is far too many points over on DraftKings. They're on the road against Detroit. They have the offense to match Detroit. It's whatever defense gets a stop. But as far as the bet here, Washington, they're going to put up the points. And I could see a 27-21 kind of a game where Detroit comes out on top. Amir, where are you going with your spread pick on the week?
So I'm going with an alternate spread. The Philadelphia Eagles versus the Rams. I think this game, you know, I would say it's a lock, but I was kind of leaning towards Detroit at -8.5, but they bumped
Wow.
it up even higher. And so, me personally, 9.5 is a giant spread for a team like the Commanders, who have been playing lights out. But I think this game, Philly wins, controls the clock. I think it'll be somewhat low scoring, kind of like how both games were last week. It might be maybe like a 20 to like 14 game,
Yeah.
something like that. But I think Philly controls this game here.
Yeah, again, I think they were playing around with Green Bay last week, but
They
they got it
were.
done when it mattered most. And Saquon, well, he sold my touchdown parlay. I had an 8 leg in, and he was one of the only 2 that didn't hit. Regardless, my favorite over-under on the week, I'm going with an under. And Amir, you're going to follow. We're going to go with
Yeah.
an under 55.5 points in this
This is a crazy
Washington and
line.
Detroit matchup on Sunday, or excuse me, Saturday. Look, Amir, I just think, again, I know Ford Field is notorious for having a lot of points scored on that field, whether
This
at the
this this is
collegiate level or
a
at the
crazy
NFL.
line.
But 55.5, Amir,
That
that's
is insane.
absolutely insane. And I know the defenses are great, but I can just see this kind of being like that Vikings-Lions game from a few weeks ago
Yeah,
where
right.
it's going to be like 37 to 45 points scored in this game. It's just not at the 56 points for me. Your thoughts, Amir?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Like 56 points is absolutely crazy. And,
Yes.
like if they were playing I say playing maybe like the Rams or maybe even
The
like
Eagles?
like the Bucks, right? And then maybe I'll lean in that direction. But like this Washington offense is good, but like it's not super fast paced. High powered just like all these other teams. And so I think this is going to be like more of a I wouldn't say slower pace, but it's like 56 points is absolutely crazy.
At the NFL level, it is. And,
That's
and
insane.
uh, again, I do want to say that to help, if you want to go over this line, 2 uber aggressive head coaches, 2 guys that do not believe on punting or kicking field goals on 4th down. So that's only going to help your chances to get more scoring opportunities as far as getting in the painted area. But under for the both of us, it's playoff football. Montgomery's back. I think it's going to be lower scoring than people think.